Aloha, Scott the Astro Manager here. Just got, well, last month, got back from Japan and decided to do some, more pen shopping and pen browsing. I was really looking for, see if I could try a 17 millimeter or dorsal fin Nakaya. And Nakayas are really hard to find. I went through a number of stores. Maybe they had one on display, if any. A couple stores, if I asked, had a few more, and I actually got to see what I play with a normal cigar and decapod, but I couldn't find any dorsal fins, or I saw one 17 millimeter in one store. They only had a single pen, and it was that one, and it was really nice blue Urishi. But I wanted to have a little more variety and see some different styles. So I didn't come back with any pens this trip, and though I did look at some of those fancy Namiki Emperors, because those are impressive pens, but at the price, it's pretty impressive price as well. So I ended up just getting three things. I got two inks, both from the same store, Ancora, which is a sailor sort of ink store, and then I got a storage solution for my desk for my Namikis. And this is the last piece of my storage solution. So I had another video on what I've done to transport and store my Urishi number 50s, the Emperor sized pen. So you can see that, one of these two links up here. I'm not sure which slide it'll be, and but I will show you that. But let me start with two inks. I walked into Ancora, and boy, covered with inks, and impossible to choose. As I was browsing the store and looking very confused, so one of the salespeople came up to me and said, "Oh, we have a binder in English, of course, with all the different colors. You can go through that." That was a little bit easier. So I found one ink that I liked, Shikiori ink. This is not unique to Japan, though I have not seen it elsewhere. I have seen it online. I got the Sube rakashi ink, and that translates to was a drooping hair. So this is a series of 4 inks that relate to fairy tales in Japanese, and so this relates to the way light glistens off Princess Kaguya, I think, her hair in the lake or something like that. And it was a nice green ink. At least I think it was green. I'm terrible with colors. And then it was a rainy day when I was in the store, and I was just going up to the counter with this ink, and the woman said, "Oh, you might look at this ink. We only sell it at this store and only on rainy days. So if I'd come on a sunny day, can't buy the ink. Go any other store on a rainy day, can't buy the ink." And it looked like a nice nice ink. So I did purchase one of these. Forgot what is Ame Furi Inku, which is basically raining ink. Rain is falling ink. So let me show you these inks. I'll go ahead and do a swatch. I haven't opened them yet, and we'll try them out and show you what they look like. So here are the two inks in their boxes. Let's start with the Sube rakashi. This is a standard Shikiori 20 milliliter ink bottle. Yeah, that is a nice green, isn't it? See, the kanji for this are, well, Sube could probably do, but I'm not familiar with. Rakashi, I don't even want to try, so yeah, we'll just cheat. And there it is. Let's go see what the rainy day looks like. Okay, here's the Ame Furi. Let's see the price. Do I have the price here? No, they were probably like $10. The rainy day ink was slightly more expensive. I do remember that. Yeah, that does have a kind of a rainy day hue to it, doesn't it? A little, again, I'm not the guy to ask for about colors. You all can tell me what color it is. sailor. Yeah, well, you can see my kanji is probably as well crafted as my normal handwriting. So here are the two swaths. Let's see if I can get those in focus a little bit better. Yeah, a little bit. So let's see how these compare to some of my other inks. And these are my other greens. Let's see, Monteverde, DC Teal, Shikiori Miruai. That looks pretty close. So this one, no, it's kind of greenier. It's grass greenier, grassy greeny or something. I don't know. It looks like it may have a little bit of sheen to it. Can't quite tell. Diamond green. It's a very different kind of green. This is, I've tried several greens to get sort of the matcha green. I like to go with my matcha ebonite pen. So there's another one. This I think might be the one I'm using, fresh green. And that's it for my greens. And I'm not sure I have too many inks looking like this Amifuri, but here's Date Gokuro. Suiro. And here's the teal again. So that's it. I don't have a lot in this color, so this will be fun. So I went to a number of stores in Tokyo. Really, I was looking for the Nakayas, and really had a good time browsing a lot of different pen stores. Let's see, where did I go? I went to several Itoyas, and the one in Ginza had several Nakayas. Only one on display, but when I asked, they pulled out a few and actually let me try them. That's where I tried the cigar and the decapod. And let's see, where else did I go? Bungu Box and Sutaya in Daikanyama. That's the sort of the new flagship store in it. It was really nice. 3 buildings, multiple stories, like 2 or 3 stories in some of them. Multiple cafes. There's a convenience store, Family Mart, I forget which one. Pen section, big section of pens, inks, and stationery to go along with it, so that was fun. Ancora, as I said before, that they also have the ability to design and make your own sailor pen with a steel nib, a fairly small one. I had intended to do that, but it was a rainy day and I got sort of distracted by all the inks, and I said, I probably won't use this pen very much, although I really like the idea of getting to pick my colors. Maybe I'll do that some other time. I went to Kakimori, and I didn't get to Eboya. I wanted to go there. They're the makers of the ebonite pens. They make they're only makers of Japanese ebonite that's used for pens. And I have one of their pens, but I also have several Leonardo ebonite pens made from Japanese ebonite, which must be from the same Eboya's parent company, who's the only maker of Japanese ebonite. So I didn't get a chance to go there, so that's still on my list. And then of course I went to Maruzen, and I took my Namiki Vermilion. That's where I bought it the last time I was in Japan. And the reason why I took it back was because I was getting some discoloration on the section where it's kind of blackened, kind of where I was holding it. So I was looking at some pens, and they were kind of showing me some pens, and then I said, oh, by the way, I bought this here, and I was looking at the discoloration, and the person who was helping me was immediately shocked, called 2 other people out there. So I had 3 helpers there with me, all with their white gloves, looking at the pen and talking amongst themselves in Japanese, and we were communicating pretty much in my poor Japanese. They didn't have much English, and then Google Translate. And normally they said it takes months to have the pen go back to Namiki for repair. And when am I coming back? And I said, well, I don't know, but I'm here for 2 weeks. And they said, lots of conversation. And I sat and waited, and they were looking at the pen with much concern. So eventually they said, well, why don't you leave the pen here, and we'll give you a receipt, and we'll give you a call in a few days. So I did, and sure enough, in a few days, they said, maybe it was 4 days later, they said, we put a new section on your pen, you can come pick it up. And they said, we still haven't figured out what went wrong. They haven't analyzed the old section yet. So they said they will email me when they figure out what happened. But in the meantime, I have a new section on my pen. They kept the same feed, they said, and nib. and the discoloration is gone, of course. So, I haven't inked it up since because I'm just a little bit worried. Maybe it was something weird with the ink, or there's a crack in the inside of the feed, or I would think they would have found that when they redid the section. So I'm kind of tempted to ink it back up now because I do miss it. I used to use that pen daily, and I'm using the black one now daily, but I would like to be able to switch between the two, and then I intersperse in my other ones as well. So anyhow, I had a good fun day. I basically took one day and I mapped a few different routes, and we visited probably 7 different pen shops in Tokyo, and there's still way more to go. And it took a full day to do that. Maybe a couple less. So anyhow, it was fun, and I will go back and do some more, and maybe next time I'll take some pictures or a little video so I can share that with you. But it was a lot of fun. So I hope you enjoyed these 2 inks. Oh wait, I almost forgot. Let me show you my best purchase of this trip, pen-related purchase at least. My desktop storage solution for my Namiki Urishi number 50 Emperor-sized pens. This is an Urishi box purchased from the Tobu department store. I saw this and I said, oh, I wonder what that looks like inside. And sure enough, here, let me turn on the light. Nice padded interior. I said, this might be the solution I'm looking for. And sure enough, I test fitted a pen. That fits, but it's a little big. And I have 2 pens. What are you going to do? Well, a dowel and felt and a glue gun later. And we have this. 7 7/8 inches. I don't remember what the metric equivalent of that was. And now, I finally have the storage box I was looking for my Namiki number 50 Urishi pens. This now lives on the side of my desk. I can open it up, grab my pen, put it back in, which I do several times a day. I use one of these pens every day pretty much. And then I have my other storage solutions for when I'm carrying them or taking them with me or transporting them somewhere or another. But yeah, I think this is it. This is what I wanted. Now, if I ever get a third one, again, then I might be in trouble. I tried to see if I could stick another dowel in here, but that doesn't work. It is a fingerprint magnet, but that's okay. We have this nice Namiki cloth that comes with the pens, which also does a great job here. So, just thought I'd show that off. And I hope you enjoyed this, and hope you see me next time. Bye-bye.